Friends, it's Jessica Jones with Rebel Women Wealth coming in real quick to talk about 401ks today. A 401k is a retirement plan that is offered by your employer. So if you're self-employed, you probably do not have one because you don't have an employer. There's other retirement plans that you can set up, but this is specifically talking about your employer offered 401k plan. I've had a lot of clients have questions and gals have questions about, what it is, how to invest in it, and they beat themselves up because they're like, I don't know anything about it. I don't even know. But we shouldn't beat ourselves up about it because the 401k is relatively new. It was implemented in like 78 and it started in 78 and was implemented over the next couple of years. So really it was a strategy to help replace pension plans because pension plans were going away and they could be unsustainable for the company to offer to employees. So they said, well, let's do this 401k and then they can put their own money into it and invest, and maybe you get a match depending on your employer, like up to 3% match or something like that if you're lucky. And then it's more responsibility is put on the employee, so the employer isn't on the hook for all these pensions as people retire. So it was a good idea in theory. However, it's been really tested when in market downturns because people who are getting close to retirement and there's a big market loss or crash or recession or whatever, and they lose 30% of their portfolio, that's a big problem if you're within a couple years of your retirement. But I guess my point is that as long as you're diversified and you understand that you need to be less risky as you get closer and closer to retirement, then it still absolutely serves its purpose as far as a wealth building vehicle for you. With the 401k, you get the write-off now for whatever you're putting into it because it is pre-tax dollars. So you get a little write-off now, but you have to remember you're going to pay taxes on the money when you pull it out during retirement. And if you pull it out before 59 and a half years old, there's another 10% penalty on that, except for certain circumstances. So just be aware of that, but don't be scared of it, okay? If you have questions, ask somebody or usually there's a PR person at work or they work with a financial institution or a third-party administrator or TPA that can help point you in the right direction. The simplest way to do it is target retirement date fund, meaning that if you were set to retire in 2030, then you put your money into that target retirement date fund and it automatically becomes less risky as you get closer and closer to that date. It reallocates, it rebalances for you. That's the simplest way to do it if you're not managing your own. Now, if you don't have a 401k at work, obviously there's some other options for you. You can do an IRA or a Roth IRA, or if you own your own business, there's other options there with a SEP IRA and things of that nature. So just do a little research. Don't be overwhelmed by it. It's fairly simple as far as what you can do and your contribution limits and things like that. So just be aware of that and make sure you're putting that money away. If you need help or you have questions, ask somebody who can help you instead of just throwing your hands up or getting frustrated or overwhelmed and not doing anything at all, because you need to save for your retirement, okay? We don't want to drop dead working. We want to be able to retire when we want to retire, right? Let me know if you have any questions. You got this, babe. You got this. Bye.